Hey, everybody. As always, the question that I have for you is, can you hear me? Let me type in the chat. I look so blurry today. It's fine. It's fine. I like to pretend that I've got my lighting right. Oh, that's so much worse. No. Yeah, I figured this week we would just do something a lot more chill and just hang out and chit chat about whatever we feel like. No specific topic. We're just going to go. What does this mean? It means that we're just going to go. And it's also because I've got the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme in my head and I've had it in there all day. And I was like, you know what? The best way to get it out is just title it that. Title it that. What are we doing? We're chatting about whatever. So how was your guys' week? Let me know. How has life been for you since last Tuesday? What have you been doing? What have you been doing with yourselves? How have you been keeping? Tell me. Tell me. Thank you, Lady Mevy. I've been pretty good since last week. Definitely a bajillion miles less salty. And I'm working on something that I am nearly done. So that's going to be, I'm doing actually Shuri and Peter, and I'm nearly done. And the process of doing all of that and looking through all of the I don't feel good Mystery Stark and everything, I started to feel a little bit kind of sad about Peter a little bit. I started to have some feelings about Infinity War. So that's a step up from nothing. So I'll take it. And after seeing all of the behind the scenes stuff for 4 and the potential time travel, although time travel, it's inevitable you create paradoxes, but whatever. What's time travel without a little paradox? So yes. Ooh, writing a Tim Drake fic. What kind of Tim Drake fic? I need to know. Tell me. Tim Drake is not getting as much love these days. Oh, the audio for my streams. I don't know. I know lots of people have exams. It's exam time. Hopefully everybody who has exams, I hope that your exams go well. I remember exam time, and it's not the funnest time. It's a stressful time, which is why it's good to chill out and max and relax all cool. Talking about fandom outside of the school. Win a couple of ships. They were up to no good. Okay. So I finally got to see The Quiet Place this weekend, which I'm really excited about because it took me forever, firstly. Oh my goodness. But I'm really glad I did. And let me tell you, me nearly crying in the theater. If it hadn't been in public, if I'd been at home watching that movie, would just be like, tears running down my face, embarrassing, snot, just everything. But I enjoyed it. It was good. I was very stressed. I haven't been that stressed in a movie in a long time, and especially a horror movies. I love going to see horror movies, but so many times they just rely on that kind of, the jump scare phenomenon where it's just a really loud noise. You're not really scared. You're just kind of startled, which isn't the same thing as being scared. So I enjoyed the genuine stress that brought to me. Oh, hey, Ashley. A friend told you to avoid it. It is like my heart was pounding the entire time, especially spoilers because you're in the chat. The labor scene, I'd the stress. I don't know. Yeah, like gore, Tamara. I feel like gore needs to be done correctly to be scary. Otherwise, it's just gross. Like body horror is a very difficult line to walk. I've seen some really good body horror and some really bad body horror. Some of it's so bad. Oh, Wolfish. I'm a scaredy cat too, but I try and pretend that I'm not. And also, half the time I watch these during the day. I went in the middle of the day to see that. And then I'm fine for the rest of the day. And I'm like, oh, I've got this. I'm so cool. And then nighttime comes around. It's like, I gotta have all the lights on in my house. I can't walk to get a glass of water. I'm frightened. It's so sad. Hellraiser. I love Hellraiser. Oh my gosh. Also, Garrick's in Hellraiser. Oh, I really like the book. The book explores a lot more things than they could in the film, obviously, but the first one's good. The second one's okay. And then I've seen all the rest, and you don't have to. Don't do it. Season 6 of Voltron. they come out too fast for me to get excited. Like, it's like Voltron never left because of how quick the turnaround is for me. I mean, I'm always working on fandom stuff. It feels like I just did Latura yesterday, and now Voltron Season 6 is coming out, and I haven't even done half the stuff that I was planning to get to before it, like Shallura and stuff. I'm so late. What did somebody say on my Peter Parker Iron Dad video? They're like, you're years late. And I was like, you know what? I don't care. I actually like to be late. Late is my comfort zone because it means that everybody's kind of calmed down and you can take an overview of everything instead of having to dive right into the cesspit of passion. So I like to be late. I am fashionably late. Has to do with the whole Rachel Ghoul taking interest in Tim. Okay, cool. I like that. There's not enough Rach out there. That's right. Late squad. Like, I'll be on time for certain things, like watching things and stuff when I can. But other than that, late to talk about it. Always late. Lady Mevy, yeah, sometimes I'll watch anything. Like, I'm not like a genre person. Like, I only watch this one thing. No, I'll watch anything. Aw, thank you, Joey. I really appreciate that. That makes me smile a lot. Oh, Wizard's never late. You just watched Spider-Man Homecoming? That's awesome. What did you think about it? My favorite movie? I don't know. I have too many. Like, I always cycle through everything. I don't have a one solid favorite anything. I have favorites. Like, there are certain things that I will always come back to. That's how I determine what my favorite thing is. Hi, Dice. Okay, so let me ask you guys. What's your favorite movie? Maybe I'll know if I've seen it or not. It's just, it's hard. I like so many things. The way I determine that I like something, like I was saying, is that if I return to it over and over again, because I'm the kind of person who, like, I always come back to stuff. Do you guys come back to things? Because sometimes I encounter people who, like, they don't rewatch movies, they don't read books, they don't rewatch series. And for me, I can't fathom. It's not bizarre because I know tons of people do it, but I can't fathom it at all because some things I've seen like 20 times, even things I don't like, I've seen a bunch of times. And sometimes I have this horrifying thing where I realize that I've watched something so many times that it has ceased to be ironic and that I must just actually like it. Has that happened to you guys? Where you thought you didn't like something and you have this weird epiphany where you realize, no, I like this. I like this. I'll tell you something that happened with me. It's embarrassing. Two things. Apt Pupil. I think I've seen Apt Pupil like 20 times. I don't know what it is, but guys, I like Apt Pupil. And it's a movie that makes so much more. It would make so much more sense if the characters were just sleeping together. They're not. And it's just implied, and both behind the scenes allegations. Now it's super awkward and just ooh. Okay. And another thing if I had a blog, this is something that I would do. Or maybe one day, if, like, let's say, pretend in the future, like Markiplier level channel, and I can just talk about whatever I want. I would do a Kevin Costner movie rewatch. I know that might seem odd to some, but I realized the other day that I have developed a genuine appreciation for Kevin Costner, which is weird because it started off as this ironic thing of finding him incredibly bland, and I still do. I'm just like, oh, he could be anybody. You could replace him with anybody in this movie, and I don't care. And like, I'm like, he's uncharismatic, flat, all of these things. And then I was like, I'm into this. Not like, are we so hot, but like, no, I'm into it. And I think I've been casually going through them, like not in order, but I've just been going through them. And I've been really enjoying myself a lot. I really do. Oh, Costner can't do an English accent at all. He's up there with Keanu Reeves for English accent. Oh, Keanu Reeves, English accent. But I mean, Benedict Cumberbatch can't do an American accent. It can go both ways. It's fine. Kevin Costner is who? See, Cecilia, you're fine. Even as right now, I'm like, have you seen The Bodyguard, The Untouchables, Waterworld, The Postman, Draft Day? He's been in a lot of things. I'm just listing the ones that are coming to the top of my head first. Oh, Field of Dreams. Uh, no, Incurable. I also like know his life story, and he tried really hard to be an actor. Okay, like I need to stop. Or is this gonna be like I need to change the title to like, hey guys, do you like Kevin Costner? Because I apparently do. Oh, Captain Holt's husband. Oh. Oh, don't be sorry. It's fine. He's still doing stuff. And honestly, you're not missing out. Like, I'm making it sound you're missing out. You're not. Yeah, Tom Hiddleston does an all right American accent. Like, some people are fine. Like, I don't know. Benedict Cumberbatch is just very odd and flat. It's too perfect. And it's not actually from any specific region. Nobody talks like that. He wasn't Superman. Yes, he was the world's worst Jonathan Kent giving terrible life advice. Saving kids? You don't have to do that. You don't owe anybody anything. It's like, what are you, some kind of Superman? Don't get me started. We said that there would be no salt. Don't start. Don't get it started. When is your Spy Pool update vid? Hopefully next week. Hopefully, don't hold me to it. You know me and my scheduling and my getting stuff on time. I'm doing good. I've got a video tomorrow. I've got a video coming Thursday. I've got a video coming on the weekend. I am on top of it for once. Let's not jinx it. This is just we're not gonna. I do watch Bollywood movies. Like I said, I watch everything. I do all the things. What about tea? No, because tea is like dishy. Oh. Can't have tequila without salt. Look, we'll have a DC. I don't even know if we have I think we'd have to break up our DC discussions into separate things because there is just so much to talk about. I mean, although if you want to just DC it up, you guys can start anything and I'll talk about it. Shannon, I don't know. It's actually it's in the vote on Patreon right now. It is neck and neck with Wolfstar. So we will see. They are duking it out. They're like 1 point separate from each other right now. So we will see whichever one comes out victorious. It might be Wolfstar. Wolfstar's edging a little bit right now. So we might have more Harry Potter stuff coming in the future. So get excited. Hi, Alan. Wolfstar is Sirius Black and Remus Lupin from Harry Potter. So yes, I've wanted to do Wolfstar for a while, but I put it to the vote. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that because like with Harry Potter ships, it's one of those things where once you open the door, it's like Marvel. Like you can just fall down into the pit. Like I have so many Marvel things that I'm scripting. I'm also reading a bunch of books that I'm figuring out reviews, and they're going to be like double things because I'm going to do a spoiler-free and then another segment where I discuss my own personal feelings about the book. And I feel like they should be separate because I want people to form their own opinions and maybe come to that separately. And it's just like, there's a lot going on. I'm very excited. Basically, I'm very excited. I'm very revitalized after the Mother's Day weekend, which was fantastic. It was my first Mother's Day as a mom. And I have to say, I really very much enjoyed it. My husband made me like a raspberry cheesecake brioche with bacon, and it's just like I never need to eat again. It was amazing. Oh, thanks, Joey. Scale of 1 to 10. How much is this Tony Stark secretly? Is it a secret? I don't think it's a secret. I mean, it's a secret to the people in the movie, but not to anybody else. For some reason, everybody is oblivious because they're terrible and nobody like pays attention. That's why half of the prompts in the Avengers kink meme at the start were just the team noticing that Tony had issues. Those were good days. The kink meme is okay, I need to define kink memes one of these days too. That's another thing I have the scripted in the back. No, I also have fan mixes scripted. Okay, like so many things. Oh, Storm and Aurora? Yeah, that's an interesting one, Makeup Geek. I would love to do that for sure. I enjoy reviewing things, but it's like I always like to add like that shipping aspect to it because okay, here's another thing that we're thinking about. a segment called Goggles Off, where we can just do stuff that has nothing to do with shipping, because no shipping goggles, goggles off, punny, a title that's not terrible, and I'm terrible at titling. So do you keep like a list of video ideas for later? Oh my gosh, it's a notebook. It is a notebook. I have a notebook of ideas. It's insane. I just go through and check them off like one by one. Just like put a giant line through them. Like it's a crime scene notebook. No, I mean like Claire, I mean like sometimes like most things I review, like they also have a heavy shipping element to it. So sometimes I'm like, it would be cool to talk about something that doesn't necessarily have that, and then call that segment Goggles Off, because the goggles, they are off. Hi, Dice. Exactly. Not everybody ships. Do you even ship, bro? Oh, there are tons of Fixitonian therapy. And I think a lot of people want Rex for Iron Dad, because I saw a lot of that. People just sharing their there are things that people don't ship, Sammy. No, it's true. Like there are certain properties attract certain types of fans, and not everything leaves things open for shipping. And even some things that you think would don't. It's fascinating. That's one of the other interesting things about fandom, is when you go and certain things seem like they should have avenues open for that, but they don't, because they don't attract that type of fan base. Like there are certain things that are pretty much guaranteed to attract a shipping fan base, and some things that aren't, and some things where it's a surprise. I know. It's just kind of, oh, I already did Thorky. Oh, like, do I ship it? Like, see, I'm not even reading. I'm not reading. I can't even read right now. Oh, fan mixes. Fan mixes are great. I love fan mixes so much. Biggest surprise? I've never been surprised. Like, I've been shipping for so long, I can't be surprised anymore. Like, there's nothing I come upon where I'm like, oh, the audacity, the unmitigated gall. I can't believe people would pair these two things. Like, no, I am unfit. Like, what did my husband say to me the other day, the way he defined it? It was great. He was like, you shippers can ship two rocks together. I just kind of want a shirt now of two rocks coming together. That's another thing I'm doing for the chat, because we're chat people here and you can know things. That's part of the perks of tuning in for the chat. I am working on like t-shirts, merch, like all of, you know, the YouTube stuff that YouTubers do. Like I'm getting there. I'm finally, you know, getting into that YouTube life, doing the thing, you know, trying harder to do the YouTube thing that YouTubers do, you know. Dwayne the Rock and a Rock. Is that where we're going with this? Nobody calls him Dwayne the Rock Johnson anymore. It makes me a little sad. I miss those days. But good for him. He's fully transitioned, you know? That's fantastic. Oh, Alan, like, should I make a song? Like a Jake Paul song? Ship that merch. I'm so sad that I know that song. Don't ask how. Oh. Stony never needs to be divorced in your heart. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Oh. Cold Flash? Oh, I need to do Cold Flash. Guys, stop reminding me of all the things I need to do. Cold Flash is going to be great too, because then I get to dive into the background of them in the comics, which is fantastic. And I want to use that amazing cover. There's a hilarious issue where Barry Allen thinks he is Captain Cold, and it's beautiful. It's so good. He's holding up the costume. He's like, I knew it. I was Captain Cold the whole time. I love Silver Age and early Bronze Age comic covers. They're so good. They're amazing. Cold Flash, The Flash, and Captain Cold. Who is your favorite Spider-Man? I like them all. I mean, I guess favorite fave, nostalgic childhood, 90s animated cartoon Spider-Man takes the cake. My introduction to Spider-Man and going back, I still think one of the strongest and definitely one of the best adapters of comic plots, and still to this date, the best adaptation of the Clone Saga that I have seen. The hot mess that was the Clone Saga. Good for them. good for them for sorting that out and condensing it and making it in any way cohesive at all. But Ultimate Spider-Man did a great spider like verse thing. That was cool. So yeah, I like watching the Spider-Man cartoons, and there are a million, so I have many choices. My favorite superhero, Scotty. Oh, I've told this. Shame. No. My favorite. No, Alan, don't fall into the dust. My favorite superhero is Booster Gold. I like Booster Gold, and he disappeared for a while. Now he's back, and I'm very happy. Like, I'm very happy to see Booster Gold matter again. And he was part of one of my favorite Justice Leagues, the Justice League International. And I'm in that awkward position where I own volumes of it where I'm like, Justice League International 1, 2, 5, 6. And then they released an omnibus. And I'm like, great. What am I going to do with 1, 2, 5, and 6? Does anybody need 1, 2, 5, and 6? When did I start reading comics? When did I start? Like start. I actually started late. Like, I'm super into it now, but I started late. I started, I think, seriously in university. I think I seriously started in university when I had my own funds and ability to buy them, because I don't like borrowing them. I don't like reading them on my phone. I like having a full collection of them. I should, Claire. I really should. Actually, you know what? Yeah, why am I so lazy? I should do that with a lot of stuff I have. Like on my cable Deadpool Volume 1 that I don't need anymore. Let me see. Are you excited for Solo? I told you I have no excitement left. I'm lukewarm. I'm ambivalent about it. Like, I don't know. I try not to get too hype for things anymore. I know it is expensive. It hurts. Like, sometimes I just can't. I have to wait till things are on clearance, or it has to be like a special purchase that I save up for. And like, there's certain comics that I read religiously that I sometimes won't sacrifice for. And like, sometimes the way I justify it is I'm going to review it, which I do have a bunch of stuff. Like, I have the Grayson Omnibus because we need to talk about that. And Batman White Knight, which we need to talk about. Yeah, we really need to talk about that. And there's a bunch of other stuff that I have, but then there are certain things that I just follow. Like, good night, Claire. There's some other things that I just follow, like Astro City. I love Astro City. Hi, Kevin. And like, yeah, so there's certain things I can't sacrifice. Yeah, of course I'll be doing more anime ships for sure. Like, I really enjoy anime a lot. Oh, guys, I got Persona 5 and I'm playing it, and then I realized that I have no time to play it at all. Hi, Black Panda. Like, I realized I just have no time, but yeah. Oh, Brian, yes, my top 10 nerd days. Oh. Yes, I have read Killing Stalking. Brian, I might be back. I don't know. I can neither confirm nor deny that will or will not be happening. Stream it. I don't know. Whenever I stream, you guys, I lose so many subs. But I love it. I'm honestly not streaming because of that, but just because I don't have time right now, because I have all the other videos I'm working on. But I swear, when I have a gap, I don't care. I will play all of the Otome games because I love them. And I like playing games. It's a lot of fun. I'm one of those people who actually likes watching gameplay footage. And people are like, how can you watch people play games? And I'm like, the fun. Maybe get Twitch. I was thinking about it, but then I was just like, oh, that's 2 things to maintain. That's hard. It's hard. Maintaining the one thing is hard. And I'm just like, starting off again. And the Twitch is so competitive. Oh my gosh. The struggles. I have so many bro TPs. So many. Like, that's the thing. Like, I don't talk about it as much because shipping is mostly romantic, but I have so many bro TPs. I just like friendship, genfic. I love that stuff so much. Sometimes you just want to read a good adventure fic with maybe some romance on the side, but not the focus. Like, yeah. Any video game ships? Mostly like me when I'm playing. Like I mentioned in my conversations, like I will play really determinedly to like for one thing, like Mass Effect and Tali. I was like, this is happening. You and me. This is. I'm really aggressive. It's my actual flirting style. It's like you, me, and yeah, I'm super successful. Oh. My fave bro. I don't know. Like I like to just keep things, you know, non-biased and that kind of stuff. I don't know. I always feel self-indulgent when I talk about the stuff I like. I live for once in the blue moon, like with Iron Jewel and stuff like that. Like a year-end kind of thing. Oh, too many. Oh yeah, I did that for Garrus as well. Yeah, you know, that had to happen. I mean, Caden. I'm sorry if you like Caden. There's no need for that. There is no need for all of that Caden shit. Oh yeah, Star of the Forces of the Universe. Got to deal with that someday too. Bro TP. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I should do more Bro TP stuff. Like I've got, again, stuff that's being written, guys. It's happening. I'm just slow. Like I'm getting there. There's starting to be more time because as I tweeted the other day, yesterday, yes, my daughter is napping, and that means I actually have a consolidated amount of time during the day when I can work, and I'd forgotten what that felt like. And so this might not be for everybody. When you have a kid, working doesn't feel like work. It feels like a break. So I'm just like, oh, this sweet break where I get to do what I want. And what I want to do is work and talk about fandom. So I do so much during that time. It's ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Stony and Iron Strains are like all of the ships I think have merit. Like I really do. Like I really enjoy analyzing all the different aspects because I think there's something to be delved into rather, and enjoyed in all of them. Bye, Space Dorito. Did you watch How I Met Your Mother? Not avidly. Like, not avidly. Remind me, because they all blur in my head. Not because I'm saying all sitcoms are the same, but they tend to blur sometimes. Remind me, did that have a laugh track? Because if something has a laugh track and it's not from the 80s or earlier, I want to hurt people. I really do. Especially if it's loud. Like really loud. I'm just like, I understand the psychology behind it. You know, like, oh, if other people are laughing, you'll laugh too because you'll feel more included and you won't feel like silly about enjoying or laughing at home. And I'm just like, okay, but I don't like being told when to laugh. And the audience always laughs too much at everything that could be conceived of as a joke. And it just drives me insane. And I'm like, you know what? When I'm at home watching a comedy, like even if I don't laugh out loud, it doesn't mean that I'm not enjoying it. Like I can still think it's hilarious. Just because it doesn't get a full laugh out loud laugh doesn't mean that it's not good, you know? And sometimes depending on the show, like I can find it really distracting. And if I don't like the show, then that can be the thing that pushes it over the edge for me. But that wasn't with How I Met Your Mother. That was fine. It was fine. It was cute, you know? I have seen the removed laugh track videos. Yeah, they make me so happy. Sometimes they lengthen out the pauses as well, which is so good. I haven't seen, like, I don't know. I don't watch as many sitcoms, but there are some that I've seen that I really like, and they're really great to throw on sometimes in the background. They can just be comforting in that sense, I find. Yeah, I've heard of Waku. Is The Good Place any good? I've heard good things about The Good Place. Can we say good a couple more times? Cartoons that I'm really into currently. What am I watching? Because I've been binging my secret show that I watched that I haven't told you about because it's embarrassing. But what cartoons have I been watching? I don't remember. Is that bad? I watch so many things that I just kind of, they blend. Ruby and Max, because my daughter watches. Yeah, I've done one or two. I need to do more. K or J dramas? Yes. Okay, did anybody watch Antique Bakery? Was that just me? Did anybody else love Antique Bakery? I'm here for Antique Bakery, where he had like trauma associated to cake because he was kidnapped as a child. It's Antique Bakery. So good. Yes, season 3. And they're going to do The Outsiders. I saw that on a DC universe, and that was, I'm excited. I really like The Outsiders as a team, and I feel like not a lot of people do. So I'm kind of like, yes, people know about The Outsiders, and that means that they will reprint the comics into accessible trades, and then I can get them. Do. Do you wish slice of life stories had more main? They don't over here, but they do in anime. So I do watch a lot of slice of life over there. I do kind of wish they were more popular over here, but people tend to think that slice of life is boring, and sometimes I really just enjoy a good slice of life. So it's too bad. But I have other things to fill their embracing all of the things. Favorite Robin? Don't make me pick. It's Dick Grayson. It's not hard. I like them all, but Dick Grayson. Nightwing is so like, let's superhero it up. For faves, not that like this is just ones. Okay, let me try and define my favorites. Like they're characters that will always come back to all the time. Not that I think that other characters aren't as good or sometimes don't even have better arcs, but okay, let's do this. Booster Gold, Superman, Nightwing. Yes. Just, characters that I find motivating, sometimes need to be motivated. It's because of the butt. It's not because of the butt. Although I do find, I used to follow a blog on Tumblr that was dedicated to Hal Jordan's butt. Not because I'm super into Hal Jordan's butt or anything like that. It's just because I found it hilarious. And also, I really like the art from Neil Adams, I believe. Yeah. And he drew him a lot. I actually really like the hair that he does on Hal. But just that someone's so dedicated to go back and find all of these panels for it really made my day. And it would cheer me up every time I went there. Oh. Denton, my Damien struggle is so real. I am trying so hard with Damien. It's always an uphill battle for me. They're getting better, though, in all fairness. Like, they are getting better at depicting him for the most part. But the fact that they keep trying to elevate him will forever rub me the wrong way. I'm not here for that at all. I'm not here for the erasure of the other Robins and the pedestaling of him because he's his biological son, which is what I feel a lot of writers do, which I am not okay with, because I am really not okay with people delegitimizing, adoption, wards, guardianship, and all that stuff. And I just rubs me the wrong way. Yes, I was one of those people who was annoyed by the he's adopted line in Avengers. Not as annoyed as some people, but it gave me pause. I remember being in the theater and that line happened and everybody around me laughed. And I was just like, okay, not funny and narratively confusing, because I saw Thor that doesn't even match with the character. But okay, Joss, whatever you want. Why you gotta bring the salt out like that? You need to stop. I'm trying to trying to keep my Angelus aside on the inside. My favorite companion, Nick Valentine. Nick Valentine. I'm a sucker for noir. I love noir films. I went through a phase where I just was super into classic film, and I still am. And I will sometimes you know what? Maybe that is not my favorite movie. Somebody asked that earlier. Maybe. Okay, I think my favorite movie might be Singing in the Rain. I'm just thinking about how many times I've seen that movie. Gotta be over 60 times. So maybe that's my favorite movie. I don't know. It's definitely one of. So yeah, I love it. All the time. It was one of the first movies I watched actually when I came home with my daughter. Just yeah. I feel like Wonder Woman being Zeus's daughter. Like I mean, they keep rebooting Wonder Woman. I'm just like, leave her origin alone. Stop. Like there are some origins we don't need tweaked. It was like when they tweaked Superman's origin, the New 52, to make it edgy, and I was just like, oh, please stop. No one needs that. Do you think there's hope for the DC? There's always hope. There's always hope. Is that my natural hair? Is my natural hair color green? I wish. Oh my gosh, I wish. My natural hair color is this really dark blackish color going on up here. I've had every single hair color, and I didn't show myself on camera before, but for those of you who followed me on Top 10 Nerd when I was there, you know that I've actually had every single hair color in existence. Like literally I've had red, purple, pink, rainbow, blonde, ice blonde, gray, everything. And let me tell you, I'm bored again, and I'm going to do something with it soon, but I just don't know what. I am extremely bored with this. I'm very frivolous with my hair. If there's one way, like that's one part of culture that I'm really involved in, is changing my hair all the time with different styles and colors and stuff like that. So we'll see what I do with it. What lipstick am I wearing? I am wearing Hollywood Boulevard by ColourPop. And thank you. How is my hair surviving all of these choices? By only doing it professionally. I don't trust myself. It's like I see, you know, those YouTubers, like those do-it-yourself YouTubers are like, you can dye your hair at home, like do all this stuff. And I'm like, girl, no. Like, I have a very specific hair type, and it's hard enough to like, it took me years to find someone who could handle my hair. And I'm like, I'm not messing with that. Like, I remember my mom, she tried to dye hair once and it all fell out. I'm like, no, I'm going professionally, and I'm going to have professionals do it. And that way they can treat it, take care of it, and nothing bad is going to happen. And it hasn't, and it stays really good, and it's not damaged, and the bleach doesn't cause any problems. So I would always recommend doing it like yourself. Like there are certain things like, yeah, doing your makeup yourself, like, yeah, that's fine. Because if you mess up, the worst that's going to happen is, you know, like, oh, you might look slightly awkward. Your hair's not going to fall out, you know? It's just like sometimes the advice that like these lifestyle channels give, I'm like, should have a disclaimer, like, please don't sue me if bad things happen and you try this. It's not an intrusion at all. I am, hold on, 27. And, I like K-pop. Like I dabble. Like I'm not a super K-pop fan, but I dabble. I enjoy it. Like is anybody into that song Fire Track? Because I'm super into Fire Track. Fire Track. I'm all about that song. It's like my walking to the bus song. It's just very motivating. Hands up if you're feeling the vibe now. How did we come back to Nightwing's booty? Also, if people make hilarious gifts, I actually did, okay, when I did Top 10 Nerd, I did a Nightwing list, and the number one fact was that he had like the best DC booty. It was so good. That was fun. Hi, Rachel. So since we're here, like, since I'm so like bored with everything, what do you think I should do with it? Because right now we're leaning towards going back to like ash gray blonde, but what that would do is that would actually be like a mint green, because you can't just take the colors out. So it would be like an ash mint, and then the bottom would be green. And then the other side is like, what if I was just the Joker and just did this, redid the green and added purple to it? Because that's something I'm thinking about too. I don't know. But I don't know. I was leaning towards like the Silver Maria, like I just said, but then my husband was like, but then you'll look like Halle Berry, like Storm and X-Men, the worst Storm. I died laughing. I I can't go too pastel, Janet. I can't because I have a yellow undertone. So if things get too pastel, it gets jaundiced up in here. Fun fact, because of how they, when your baby's born, they do certain tests based on your background, if they all kinds of things. But one test is determined by skin tone. And, you know, since I'm mixed, like I have that yellow undertone, it's very strong. And so I was tested for jaundice when I was born because of it. So was my daughter. I knew it was going to happen. I was like, they're just going to test. Oh. I see. I'm really leaning for it. It'll happen in a few weeks. I'll just show up and be like, hey guys, this is what I decided. It's either that or it's all coming off again. Like just all the way off. I don't know. I'm so bored. We'll figure it out. It'll be a thing that happens. It doesn't matter. I have no hair fear. So what's oil slick? Tell me about oil slick. Aw, Shadow said I didn't, but that's just me. It's not just, she wasn't as hard as I want. Okay, the thing with shaving the sides is that when you get bored with it, you have to wait for it to grow back. That's the only thing, is having the patience to wait for it to grow back when you're done. Like, it's fantastic when you're doing it and you look so cool and hardcore, but then one day you're like, I'm done with this now. Unless you do it a very specific way, you can comb it over, then it's like, it depends. Secret hair color on the bottom. You know what I saw at the mall the other day? One double blonde one side, brown the other. So and I was just like, I haven't done that. But at the same time, you know, I have to go to the park with my kid, and there's so much mom judgment. Oh, gotta keep it tame for the ladies. Yeah, that's the thing too. I like putting it up. Like I'm growing it out again. But what always happens is then I put it up and then I end up cutting it because I'm like, why did I grow it out if I just put it up? And then I cut it and I'm like, I miss putting it up. It's like, it's just a constant dilemma. I don't think I'll ever have my natural hair colored by itself. Again, I don't know. Oh, Eartha Kitt as Catwoman. I love Eartha Kitt as Catwoman. And just Eartha Kitt and her singing. I love her voice so much. I know it's a very different kind of voice, but I really enjoy it. Ooh, I kind of already have aquamarine. I know it doesn't show up right here because my camera is, it's not my camera, it's the lighting that is not of the best. Aw, thank you, Lemuel. I actually really like the, yes, I do remember Halle Berry's Catwoman. How could anyone forget? Who has forgotten that? I really like 60s Batman. That's another fun show to throw on in the background. It's really enjoyable. I love stuff that Leech helps one forget. Member berries. Yeah, in all fairness, Monsters and Musicals, I kind of agree. Like, whoever was doing that, you would still have to contend with the script that was with that. And we all know that movie was basically like, hey, isn't Halle Berry really attractive? Don't you find her very attractive? Would you also find her attractive if she was animated to the point where it looks like you're watching a video game cutscene? Oh, you would. Well, then here you go. Oh, I don't think there's anything wrong with liking that movie. Like, I've seen it more than once. You know, it's not. I don't think it's the worst superhero film out there. Let's put it that way. Like, it's not accurate, but you like take that away from it and watch it as like an Elseworlds thing, and then it's not the worst one out there. Let me see. So, okay, let's, yeah, I was just going to ask Monsters and Musicals, what do you guys think is the worst superhero film? Let me know and get deep. Like, don't just think about the modern verse. Go all the way back. Think about Steel and Punisher with Dolph Lundgren and like this. Just go nuts. Go nuts. Yeah, I remember the Elektra movie. Controversial opinion, Denton. I actually prefer Batman and Robin to Batman Forever. I would, you know, oh, Sucker Punch. Oh, I remember Sucker Punch taking me back. Oh my gosh, Tank Girl. Oh, I'm just saying that with fondness because I'm just remembering, I'm like, yeah, Tank Girl was a thing that happened. And I actually really liked the comic. Temmie. Oh, barbed wire. Don't call me babe. By a 90s Captain America, he stole a truck. How can you be mad at that? Oh, pull over. I need to steal your truck. Billy Zane is the Phantom. Oh, and they did the actual suit. Bless them for the purple jumpsuit. Ooh. What'd you like about Elektra? Yeah, tell me. I'm curious. I like hearing why people like and dislike things, so please tell me. Fantastic Four, choose one. The most recent one, definitely. I will watch the Chris Evans ones, and I'll even watch the one from way back, the Roger Corman one. Oh, Spawn. But you know who looked great in Spawn? The Violator. How great did that look? Like, that still looks really good. Like, I hear they're doing a Spawn update, but like, that was on point. That really looked good. The Green Hornet. I have a secret fondness for the Green Hornet. Not as an adaptation of anything because it's so totally off, but it just seems like he's enjoying himself so much that I'm kind of like, yeah, you have fun. Best Superman, like actor or okay, you know what? The animated Killing Joke. Oh yeah, that one's pretty bad. I like Christopher Reeve. Like for me, like I think he just really embodies like my interpretation of what I feel Superman is. But you know what? Henry Cavill, I think he's good. I think he's really good. And I don't think they give him enough Superman things to do because when he does them, I think he kills it. And, you know, he does, his acting's fine. And his Clark is not, it's not Clark, but he acts it fine. And so I wish that if they could get that together with their characterization, what they want to do and drop their whole, like, we need to be grittier and everything. Like, I think he can really shine because I really think he has potential, you know? I'm always so sad because it's like sometimes there are just these moments where I'm like, yes, Superman, yes. Oh, Smallville. Smallville Lex is my favorite Lex. And also, yes, R.I.P. Margot Kidder. Like, oh, she had a hard life. Like, R.I.P. to her. My heart. Also, who else is happy that Brandon Routh managed to have a revival in the Arrowverse? Because I am so happy for him because that was not his fault. Oh, Superman Returns was not his fault. I am really glad that, you know, he got a second chance. Oh. I know, right? He just I'm just rooting for him because I'm like, yeah, you don't see him big-headed at all. And when he did the dog one, the other, like he had a couple of superhero things before it ended up working for him. I'm glad. Best Batman movie? Are we talking about Batman Mask of the Phantasm? Did someone mention Batman Mask of the Phantasm? Oh, I love Batman Mask of the Phantasm, by the way. Yeah, yes. Yes, thank you. You got it. Kakasaku Fangirl, you got it. Yeah, Artemis, like if they ever get around to figuring out what on earth they're doing with that Harley movie, that would be fantastic. I tried to watch Once Upon a Time. It felt kind of fanficky. Yeah, it gets there. Trust me, by the end, like the writing is so, and I like that show, but by the end, the writing is hackneyed. Like if I was ever going to do a giant rewatch of anything like Sticky Keys is doing for Teen Wolf, I would love to do one for once. Under the Red Hood is good too. And actually, you know what? Jensen Ackles' voice acting it's good. Like I'm always hypercritical when they hire actors instead of voice actors. Some of them can really do it and some of them can't. And Jensen Ackles, like, no, he pulled it off. And I was like, yeah, come on, Jensen, you multifaceted, multi-talented, finder of youth, always on Supernatural, opening a brewery, just my heart. The Obscurus Lupa, or rather, like Alison Pregler, she now goes by, her charm reviews, I always bring me so much joy. I laugh so hard. I've seen them more than once. They're so good. The only thing with me is that I know that if I reviewed things, I would review them the way that I do everything, which is neutrally, because that's how I like to do it. But I really enjoy when people get really sassy. But for me, I always really enjoy like both sides, because people like and dislike things for a reason. And sometimes I really feel that reviews, like, they get so like it's perfect or so like it's awful, that there's no room, and it kind of creates that atmosphere where it's like, well, how could anybody like this, or how could anybody hate this? And that's an atmosphere that I don't really enjoy in fandom over much, because I'm like 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 when you said that you liked Man of Steel, and it's like, oh, it's almost like you have to whisper it, like, oh my god, like, guys, I like Man of Steel, or I like Suicide Squad. Like, it's like you have to hide it, because there's this general consensus of what was good and what wasn't, and like there's stuff that I've never told anybody that I don't like, because I'm so afraid that I'm going to lose like all fandom credibility for not liking it, Oh, I know, Shane, like all the Allison Mack stuff. Were you surprised? I was surprised. And I told my husband, he knew about before me. And I was like, since when? Since when are you more up to date with extracurricular fandom stuff than me? What? Yeah. Oh, I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine so much. Have you ever seen fan wars destroy fandom? I've seen them definitely hurt fandoms, like, for sure. And I've seen some that have really definitely been muted because of it. Like, if a fandom is big enough, most of the times they rally. But I have seen segments of a fandom crushed because of fan wars. Absolutely. Yeah, I've seen segments that are just done and never recovered because the people are just bullied into obscurity out of it. Yeah. Oh, Ozzy, yeah, you be loud and proud. You be loud and proud. You almost have made me brave enough to tell you guys what it is. I'm not that brave, though. I'm just waiting. Like, everybody unsubs, like, the chat crashes, the internet goes off, the apocalypse starts, the fan-pocalypse. Oh. Yeah, Steven Universe fandom drama is sad. Like, for certain people, like the Voltron drama, I know is getting to them for sure. Like, you won't. Oh, hey, Constantine. Way to like Constantine. Good for you. I don't hate Constantine either. Oh, there's been so much SG drama. So there have been a variety of Steven Universe drama. It's to the point where you could just type it in, like Steven Universe fan drama, and you just get articles, which is always a bad sign. Like, if you look up your fandom and find articles, chances are it's not going to be about how much money they raised with a bake sale. So, yeah, Supernatural. Like, you would hope by this point that that wouldn't be happening anymore, but yeah. Also, Record, tell people about it. Tell them in the chat. They won't know, and I'm still deciding whether or not I'm going to tell you guys what the movie is that maybe I'll drop hints. It's a nerd movie. That's a terrible hint. Okay, it's a superhero movie. It's super popular. It's heralded by many as one of the best superhero movies of all time. Can you guess? Can you guess? If one of you gets it, I will tell you what it is and why I don't like it. And then we'll be here for 3 more hours while I just salt at you. It's not the Avengers. It's not. Denton, and when Jay was there, yeah, there you go, Monsters Musical. There you go. There you go. Yes, Lexi. Yeah, you guys, you're on it. You're on it. It's the Dark Knight. It is. It feels good. It feels like a weight has been lifted from my chest. Okay, guys. There are aspects of it that I like, and there are parts of it that I really don't like. And I'll tell you my biggest beef with it. Okay, I have a beef with the whole Nolan trilogy, but my biggest beef with this one specifically is it tells a lot and doesn't show a lot. It goes into these massive long dialogue diatribes about how characters relate to each other instead of showing it. I can see people peeling off the chat like, she hates the Dark Knight, unsubscribe, abort, abort. The thing is, you'll have like that speech, like remember the speech that Alfred gives to Bruce, like, I raised you and we have this familiar relationship and I saw all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, you didn't show me that. Or him and the Joker, which is, and Heath's performance is fantastic and it fits into that universe and they match, because it's always important that the Batman and Joker match because their relationship is so key. But then they just like, I am your opposite. I am chaos. You are order. And I'm like, you're telling me. Stop telling me and show me. That's what a movie is supposed to do. And apparently you're the best movie out there and you can't show me. So I was just like, also, I was never a fan of the joyless hyperrealism. I like him as a director, I do, but I find those films incredibly joyless. I find them to not have a love of the source material. I find them to not understand Batman and Bruce Wayne as a character, especially Bruce Wayne. My favorite is the first one. I like Batman Begins the most out of all of them. And what else? They don't work for me. Like, I liked the first one a lot and I thought it had a lot of potential, but it didn't follow up with it for me. And The Dark Knight has too many flaws for me to like it. And part of it, again, I think for me was the whole like, oh, it's perfect, it's the best superhero film of all time, and especially with some of the stuff, I've got to stop doing that, it's way too low. It's not Twitch. And some of the things that some of, you know, his comments about like superheroes and I felt about Batman and like that kind of stuff, I was just kind of like, I don't, you know, not for me. Like, I think they're well made, and that's the thing that I will always give them. I think that they are well made, and I think that as a universe crafted together, it works on that level. But just for me personally, I think that there are better superhero films made, because I personally feel that for me, a good superhero film needs to like superheroes. Like, that's part of my criteria for them. It's kind of like how when you're watching Batman versus Superman, you can tell that movie hates Superman. I'm just like, oh man, oh come on. And I don't mean in like an analytical, like The Dark Knight Returns kind of way. I mean, it's just like, should there be a Superman? There is. I'm just like, And for years, let me tell you, I couldn't even talk about the fact that I didn't like The Dark Knight, because people were like, oh, like, you're a fake nerd. It's the best movie of all time. Like, it's finally good. And that was the other thing I didn't like. It was like, it was finally bringing legitimacy to superhero films. And I was like, why do they need, so to make them legitimate, you need to strip them of all of their, you know, having to suspend your disbelief elements? I'm not here for that. And then the Marvelverse showed up and was like, oh, wait, you don't. So I was like, check, please. No, I wasn't actually. Like, I've seen them since, you know, and going through all of them, even though I think The Dark Knight Rises has more problems, I still like The Dark Knight the least. My favorite thing on The Dark Knight is Heath. That's what I got out of it. CW, what even happened over there? I got lost in the unburdening. Finally being able to tell that I don't like this movie. It feels so good. You don't even know. Oh, Brian, I wish I had chicken tenders. You don't even know the years. Everybody now, come on, share. Let's share. Share the movies that everybody else likes that you didn't like. Come on, tell me so I don't feel alone. Tell me. Loki style. Tell me. Yeah, tell me about TV shows too. Yeah, tell me all of the things. Yeah, tell me all of the things, that either movies that you hate that everybody else liked, or that you love that everybody else hated. Like, just let me know. I said Loki. Yes. No, they don't have to be a superhero movie, just anything. Anything that everybody raved about or hated that you're just like, you know what? I am going against the grain. I'm liking these answers. Like, yeah, embrace it. Embrace the things. Oh, Griffin, you liked Eisenberg's Luther. Yes, unburden. Unburden all of the unpopular opinions. I loved Freakazoid. I really liked Freakazoid too. Oh, embrace X-Men Origins Wolverine. Yeah, you do that. Come on. That's right. Admit that you're on the fence about Black Mirror. I'll go too. I like Jared Leto's Joker. I said it. Deal with it. Deal with it, world. Deal with it. I unironically like Showgirls. Oh, it feels good. It feels really good. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, Alan. What about Twilight? Altair Lance, is that a like or a dislike? Tell us. Oh, Grim, that's brave. That's brave. Both. Yeah. Oh. I'll tell you this. I've seen every single Twilight movie in theaters. Not because I love it or anything, but just I've seen them all. And I've read every book because I like to know what people are liking or disliking. I've read every single book in the 50 Shades of Grey series. I don't like to just bandwagon and jump onto things. I like to know my own opinion. That's how I am. Like, I don't want to just let other people decide for me. Like, oh, everybody says this is good or bad. No, I want to know. And I will take the time to do so and find out. And you know what? I don't feel that it was time wasted. You know what? There were parts, I think reading Twilight was easier than reading 50 Shades, by the way. I mean, 50 Shades was a fanfic, but yeah. Cat Dog. Oh, that takes me back. Cat Dog. Sammy, for me, I think what got me through it was that her internal monologue to me was so hilariously unsexy. Like when they're having sex, she's like, oh, geez. Like, what a sexy word. Geez. Golly gosh, gee, gosh darn it. Oh. Courage the Cowardly Dog scared me. I was frightened. The character design frightened me as a child, and I've never gotten over it. And I actually have every single season of Courage, and I can't do it. And I'm an adult. I can't do it. Demi, get in there. The Chamber of Secrets is also my favorite Harry Potter movie, and I'm not the hugest fan of The Prisoner of Azkaban in movie or book form, and that is everybody's favorite. And my favorite book is The Order of the Phoenix, and a lot of people don't like that one. Do I like or not like Sansa? I like Sansa. I do. I do. Actually, Sansa Stark has to do with how I met my husband, funnily enough, but yeah. Oh, Ultimate Cookie, get in there. I am loving all of these. I love it. Oh, it's so good. Plastic Man. Oh, Plastic Man is underrated. I loved him in Batman Brave and the Bold. I liked Batman Brave and the Bold a lot. I really did. I like Teen Titans Go, and you already know that. But I'm telling you again, I like Teen Titans Go, and I am unashamed. I would wear Teen Titans Go merch in public. I like where this chat went. I like where it went. You don't care about Star Wars at all. Get in there. Get in there with all of your confessions. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Doesn't it feel good? Doesn't it feel good to be able to just say it and there's no judgment? It's great. I love it. I wish fandom could be like this all the time. I'm like, this is what I want. This is my dream. This is the dream for me. To just be able to be like, you know what? Blah. And then to say your reasons. And if people agree or disagree, it's fine. Because again, at the end of the day, you always have your own feelings about it and your own opinions, and it doesn't take away. Like, for example, just because tons of people like The Dark Knight and got something really great out of it, that doesn't make me salty, even though I seem salty, I know. But like for me, I'm like, I'm glad it introduced a bunch of people to the characters. I'm glad a lot of people like it. I'm glad that it got superheroes being taken more seriously. It's just not for me. And I will always have my opinions and my reasonings, and that's fine. And the people who really like it will have theirs. And like we can all coexist, and it's fine. I mean, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter that much. I like Cool World a lot, by the way. And oh, Shannon, get in there. Oh, that's getting deep. Getting deep over there. Adam West, yes. Jasmine, I know that's a hard one to say. Sometimes it's hard to say, especially something so long running, you know? I liked Dread. I was really hopeful that they would do a sequel to that so I could just marvel at Carl Urban's fantastic chin, but it did not happen, and I will forever be sad about it. Now, King, there's nothing wrong with everybody's opinion. It's fine. It doesn't matter. It's all good. It's fine. I am really liking seeing everybody just go through and dish. It's great. It's really good. And I'm glad I finally told you guys about those two things, because like it's hard, especially in like the DC fandom, which has already got all of its issues going on, to sometimes like talk about that kind of stuff, because there are like a lot of people are already so defensive because they feel like they're losing, like it's a win or lose situation with Marvel. Like, we're losing, guys. And I'm like, it's not like that, but okay. Oh, it's fine, King. Don't worry about it. You're good. Yeah, I like Lindsay's stuff too. Like, especially since she broke off and started doing her own stuff. Like they're a lot of fun. I enjoy her level of salt. It's funny. I enjoy salt so much in others, and I'm such like a naturally salty person, and yet it is not how I would ever choose to present my content at all. It's just fascinating. Oh my God, Bridget Stone's diary. There's some. I actually like a decent amount of romantic comedy movies, and to be honest, I wish that more was made in the genre. I feel like it's got a bad rap, and I feel like there's a lot of room for all the different genres to coexist, and that we could really update some of the tropes and do some really fun stuff with them that we haven't. One of my favorite movies is French Kiss with Kevin Kline and Meg Ryan. So I started watching that when I think I was about 8. And now also, here's another one I really like. This again, not fantastic. Mannequin. I like Mannequin a lot. Yeah. Actually, when I was young, my dad used to pirate VHS tapes. Oh my goodness. And we had one that was Singing in the Rain on the front and then Mannequin at the end. So you got 2 movies in one, and I would just always sit there and watch both in a row. It was fantastic. I loved it. There's also this movie. It's an old movie. Does anybody know the movie Beer? Oh my gosh, I need to find what year Beer was, because everybody needs to know about this movie, and nobody I talk to knows about it. There it is, 1985. Oh, that movie. I was obsessed with it so much. I love it. It's so funny. I love movies about, the industry and that kind of stuff. And that's one about, dramatic reenactments. And I love it. Oh, 80s comic Starfire and her big hair. I love the new Teen Titans arc. I really do. This is so positive. This is the opposite of last week. Yes, my title is accurate. Chilling out, Maxin, almost no Saltin. Oh, cool. Yeah, Fantastic Four. I think for me, I just wasn't jiving that much with Jessica Alba as the Invisible Girl, but I don't hate the aesthetic of the first 2 that much. No, I don't know that one, Shane. I don't. Oh, it's good. It's good. Does anybody remember a Oh my gosh, what was that show? Sledgehammer. Does anybody remember Sledgehammer? Like a parody cop show? Because I was down for that. Well, my dad took my first season. Now I can never have it back. But I like to pretend that it's mine when I go over there. Oh, all caps. I actually liked Sharon. You picked the right chat. Last chat, there was a lot of Sharon hate going on. Are you Pearl level salty? Not today. Not today. For today is a good day. No, today actually was a really good day. I'm really down for how today went. I even finished my book, did a book review, got to listen to my book, almost finished editing. Like, it's just, yes. Oh my God, I forgot about Quest for Camelot. I totally did. Not yet, Alan. I'm a bit behind. And I have seen Free. The thing is, I'm always behind. Oh, thanks, Trickster. I'm always so behind. It's the nature, because I'm always keeping up with other stuff. Like, got to do my Gotham stuff and sort out how I feel about Jeremiah, Jerome, and all of that good stuff. Liam, for me, I really like Who Framed Roger Rabbit a lot. And like, it still had one of my most traumatizing death scenes, especially as a child, where he takes the shoe and melts it. I love Christopher Lloyd in that movie. I think that's my favorite. Okay. I like him in that. And also Klingon Christopher Lloyd is fantastic. I just really enjoy Christopher Lloyd in general, actually. Oh, Catherine, the struggle. I haven't seen Pirates of the Caribbean. Angels in the Outfield. Do you know how much it messed me up when I realized that was Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and that meant that I'd had a crush on Joseph Gordon-Levitt my entire life? Like, there are a couple people I've had a crush on my entire life, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt is one of them. I'll get in there, Mercedes, and get in there, Griffin. Just do it. Spew it. Get it out there. Get it out there. I'm going to miss ones too. I am legitimately going to miss ones. What am I not looking forward to? I'm trying to think if there are more things that I hate that everybody else likes, but I can't think of anything. Guys, like, let me know what everybody else likes. Like, I don't know. What does everybody love? Like, universally? What are things that are universally loved that no one could possibly hate but a salty curmudgeon? Oh my gosh, yeah, Third Rock from the Sun. And John Lithgow. Like, I really enjoy John Lithgow as well. And just his voice, he's got a great voice. It's just really fun to listen to puppies. Cookies. I like puppies and cookies. Oh, the salt must be back because I have to cough. This happens every stream. Like the cartoon Avatar? I like that. No, I liked Avatar. I liked Death Note. Let me see. Did everybody love Legend of Korra? Because I've seen tons of backlash against Legend of Korra, and I always did, even when it was airing. Never the movie. Guys, I need to tell you my Avatar movie story. The Last Airbender, not other Avatar. My dad saw it and had never seen the series and thought it was a really good movie, and I was just sad, and I bought him the Avatar season because I was just so sad. Who do you not get? Who's hot? What? Who's not hot? I need to get in on, like, what? Sean Bean? What? Who are we talking about? I need to know. I wish that Andrew Garfield had gone to finish his trilogy as well, actually. And I like Paul Giamatti as the Rhino a lot. Don't ask. I don't know. I don't try to ask questions, you know? Parents just don't understand. Let's keep up with the Will Smith theme that I have going with this for some reason. I can't believe that they're still reportedly going forward with those other avatars. I'm like, you gotta strike while the iron's hot. And the iron is not even, I don't even think the iron is still in the building to strike anymore when it comes to Avatar. I feel really bad for Sam Worthington because I was supposed to be like his career launcher. It's the same way, like, remember when Taylor Kitsch was trying to happen? It was just like flop after flop after flop. And it was just like, oh, come on. You're on Friday Night Lights. It almost happened. He's kind of doing stuff now. I really liked Waco. So why am I snapping so much? I don't know. And I'm actually good at it tonight. Most nights I can't do it. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's what we're talking about. I was curious. Why am I never comfy by the end of this? Okay. I'm going to last bit of shuffling. I promise. I like